I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out, might get...
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Kansas City Chiefs. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
So 190, 380. Gives it 15, check back 15. Russell run.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, wahoo!
44's to Mike.
Zero.
Let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. 44's to Mike. 44's Mike. Check. I got it.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rivers. Going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rivers. Screen play, Anderson. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Waiting on it will be Richie James. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. On the return, it's James. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And his first carry, he loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there's no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, it's Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Rivers. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down.
Mike 50. Hey, Orbit.
Mike 50.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. Foles is dropped. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Attack, attack!
Check. Alpha. Motion out of the backfield. 49.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes, he'll take his shot for the... And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. They'll run with Barber here, right side. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
And it's third down.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He goes underneath for Anderson. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Call it a pickup of 7. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. To throw is Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. Two first downs have them up to the 41 now for first and 10. Rivers to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They go play action. Rivers. This goes to Barber, the running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Delta!
Check!
X3! 218, chop! Load it! Load it!
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
Step 180! 190!
Rebound.
White! White!
4 down, 4 down.
5!
Run it! Hey, now look at it. Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? Let's go, D. Let's go.
Q!
50. Mike 50.
Again, it's Rivers. Complete. It's Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Rivers now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down.
Round! White!
They'll throw again. Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Strong left.
Rivers now. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run the draw with Barber. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down.
Hey! I-7!
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And Allen's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. And it's getting in hole. Small. No.
From the gun, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Cobb. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
86 to man. 86 to man. Double tight, guys.
Hey, Delta! Bravo!
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check back 50.
Hey, Charlie!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on 4th down? Let's see. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Hey, echo!
Check 3.
Easy.
4th down, Rivers. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow.
You remember me?
Easy.
Check.
Attack.
Buzz. 49, guys. Mike.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Raiders are out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down?
Mike 50, Mike 50. Rip right. Mike's 50,
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally you know me. You've been around me for a while now.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Rivers. He's got Allen. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups we're going to see.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
50, Mike, 50. Exit.
Slam.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Rivers. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Frank Clark, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line.
At the Chargers' 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Williams. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Yellow. Let's
go heavy. Let's go heavy. Let me what you got.
They'll run on first down. Haskins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, check 24. Yellow.
No. Me.
Come on, guys.
On 2nd and very short, Mahomes. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Josh Doxson.